Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to jump into another deep dive. Today we're tackling something that's super relevant to all of us, especially as we, think about the future, retirement planning.
It's something we all got to think about, right?
Exactly. And, we all want to make sure those golden years are truly golden, right? So
Mm.
we're going to be taking a close look at a particular financial product, the ClearFlex Fixed Indexed Annuity.
From Clear Spring Life. Sounds familiar.
It might, but we're going beyond the surface today. We've got some in-depth information from Diversified Insurance Brokers, and our goal, like always, is to break it all down.
Really give you the tools to figure out if this kind of annuity could be a good fit for your personal situation.
Exactly. There's a lot of buzz around these fixed indexed annuities, promising growth potential, but also protection.
That's the key, right? That balance.
So let's break it down. When we say indexed, what does that actually mean in this context?
Good question. Think of it like this. Your returns are linked to the performance of specific market indices, like the S&P 500. So if the market's doing well, your annuity has the potential to grow along with it.
Okay, so it's like riding the wave, but with some, like a safety net?
Exactly. And that's where the fixed part comes in. You see, with a traditional investment, if the market takes a nosedive, you'd lose money, right? But this annuity offers protection against those downturns.
So even if the market tanks, my money is safe. Like, I won't lose what I put in.
Exactly. Your principal, the initial amount you invest, remains protected. It's a way to participate in market gains without risking the downside.
That sounds almost too good to be true, to be honest.
Well, there are always trade-offs, right? Remember we talked about balance.
Right. What's the catch here?
One thing to keep in mind is that your returns might be capped. So let's say the market goes absolutely bonkers and skyrockets. You might not capture the full extent of those gains.
Ah, I see. So it's about finding that sweet spot, like taking the scenic route. Maybe you don't get there as fast, but it's a smoother ride.
That's a great analogy. It's about finding the right level of risk and reward for you.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, there was something else that caught my eye when I was looking at this ClearFlex annuity. That 10% withdrawal option.
Yeah, that's a pretty unique feature.
Because most annuities, they kind of lock your money up, right?
That's right. But with ClearFlex, you have the flexibility to withdraw up to 10% of your contract value each year, penalty-free, after the first year.
Wow, so it's like having access to a portion of your money if you really need it.
Exactly. Think about it. Unexpected medical bills, maybe you need to help a family member. Having that option can really provide peace of mind.
That's true. So I'm curious, are there specific indices that this annuity is tied to, and like why those choices?
Yeah, another great question. ClearFlex actually offers a variety of index strategies. You've got options based on the S&P 500, NASDAQ, even international indices.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of choices. So how do you know which one to pick?
Well, each strategy comes with a different risk and reward profile. Some are considered more conservative, some more aggressive. It really depends on your risk tolerance and your financial goals.
Right. Got to figure out what you're comfortable with.
Right.
Okay, before we wrap up, there's one more thing we need to unpack. This market value adjustment. That sounds, well, a little intimidating.
It does sound a bit complex, but it's actually a pretty straightforward concept.
Okay, break it down for me.
So imagine you decide to withdraw more than that 10% we talked about, or maybe you decide to cash out your annuity before it matures.
Okay, what happens then?
Well, the value of your annuity gets adjusted based on the current market conditions, specifically interest rates.
Interest rates. So how does that work exactly?
Let's say interest rates have gone up since you first purchased the annuity. If you withdraw early, you might receive a bit less than you anticipated.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like a penalty.
In a way, yes. But on the flip side, if interest rates have dropped, you could actually receive more than you initially expected.
Oh, interesting. So it could work in your favor too. But still, it seems like timing plays a big role here.
Absolutely. The financial landscape is constantly changing. That's why it's so important to talk to a qualified financial advisor, someone who can really help you navigate all the details.
Right, someone who can explain how all these pieces fit together.
Exactly. They can help you determine if this specific product, this ClearFlex annuity, aligns with your individual financial goals and, how much risk you're willing to take.
So for our listeners out there, we've really dug deep into the ClearFlex Fixed Indexed Annuity. We talked about how it can potentially grow with the market, how your principal is protected, and the flexibility of that 10% withdrawal.
And of course, we tackled that market value adjustment and, how it can impact your returns.
A lot to consider, right? But That's the whole point of this deep dive. We want to give you the information, the knowledge you need to make informed decisions.
Remember, annuities, they're a tool. They're not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's all about figuring out what works best for you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Do your homework, talk to an expert, ask all the questions you need to ask, and make sure it aligns with your overall retirement plan. Your future self will thank you.
Absolutely.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Hope you found it helpful. Until next time.